Today I'm taking simple, budget-friendly items, mostly from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to turn them into 5 beautiful risers that look anything but cheap. And each one of them is going to have their own unique style, and y'all, I cannot wait to share them with you. Let's get started. Dollar Tree has the most beautiful blue and white dishes this year, y'all. I absolutely love them. I could not resist grabbing one of the bowls and large plates, and yes, we are going to create the sweetest little cake plate. A little trick that I like to use, because I'm going to use hot glue for video purposes, I like to heat up my glassware just a little bit very carefully with my heat gun or blow dryer. That way whenever you put your hot glue onto the glass, it doesn't immediately start to solidify because the glass is cold, and it gives you time to be able to attach the bowl to your plate and make any adjustments that you might need. But of course, if you're going to do this and you're going to keep it, you would want to use something more permanent like E6000 or Titebond's Quick and Thick. And it's just that quick and that easy, and it's done. I think it's just absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to use it for a centerpiece for Mother's Day on my table, or you can use it for candles. I'm going to show you here in just a moment really quickly with a cake. It's a beautiful yellow lemon cake that I picked up at the local Walmart, and it's just so pretty. And the cloche that I'm popping on top of it, I made that in another video last month, and I'll link that down in the description box for you. But these are so gorgeous, at least in my eyes. I just love these colors together, but please tell me what you think about it. Dollar Tree carries wood blanks in all different shapes and sizes, but for today we're going to be using this flower-shaped one. I'm going to give it a good sand down and then give it a coat of paint front and back with Waverly's chalk paint in the color Snow White. Once the paint is dry, I'm going to add a layer of Mod Podge to one side of the wood piece because we're going to be decoupaging this gorgeous sunflower tissue to the wood flower. It is so pretty, y'all. This came from Hobby Lobby. You get like 8 or 10 sheets in a packet for $1.49. It's not very expensive at all. Once I get my placement just right, I'm going to add a layer of parchment paper over the top to protect the tissue, and using my mini heat press, I'm going to reactivate that Mod Podge with the heat, and it will cause the tissue to adhere to the surface of the wood. Then I'll just hit it with my finger sander and remove all that excess tissue, and when I'm finished with that, I'll take it outside and give it a coat of Krylon's Matte Finish Sealant. We're going to outline the shape of the flower with these half beads from Amazon, and I'm using a baby wipe to apply the chalk paint from Waverly. It's the color Truffle. Now I added quite a bit of water to this to create more of a stain, and it still came out pretty dark. So what I did, I just went back with a clean baby wipe and just scrubbed a good bit of the paint off, and it lightened it up quite a bit. And then I'm just going to use Aleene's clear and tacky glue to attach the beads. And I'm just going to work my way all the way around the flower. Welcome if you're new, or welcome back if you're returning. I'm so happy to have y'all here. If you're new, hi, I'm Gwen. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're not subscribed and enjoying my video, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button. I did want to let everybody know that I do have new videos on Sunday nights at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, except for whenever I do my collaborations. You know, sometimes they will be on other nights other than Sundays, but I'll try to let y'all know in advance. And again, I'm so happy to have y'all here, and thank you so much for stopping by. For the legs, we're going to be using these wooden pegs from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just using a baby wipe to apply more of the truffle chalk paint. I'm going to use Tight Bonds Quick and Thick to attach the legs to the bottom of the riser. As you can see, I have the little circles there showing me exactly where to place them. And anytime you see circles or dots like that, that's thanks to the honey, because I have a terrible time spacing things out evenly or finding my center, and I always appreciate him doing that for me. But once I have the legs placed, I am going to give them a minute to start to set up, and I'm going to turn it over, put a sheet of wax paper on top to protect the tissue, and then just set a can of paint on top until the legs have time to dry. I am so happy with this riser, and I think the sunflowers are so pretty. However, when I was filming the final reveal, I thought the beads and the legs were just a tiny bit too dark, so I just took a paintbrush and just very lightly dry brushed some white acrylic paint over them, and I thought it just brightened it up. It was just that extra perfect little touch. But let me know which version that you prefer. On a recent visit to Dollar Tree, they had gotten in some of these large cutting boards, so I snapped up a couple of them, and I can't wait for you to see the riser that we're going to create with this. But first I'm going to give it 2 coats of Rust-Oleum's Linen White, front and back. After the paint is dry, I'm going to add a very generous layer of Mod Podge to one side of the cutting board. I'm going to be using this beautiful decoupage tissue from Amazon. It's a little thicker than regular tissue. It's actually almost the consistency of a coffee filter. Very unusual, but I love it. This print is just gorgeous, y'all. Oh my gosh, I wish you could see it in real life. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and trim it down to size, and then we're going to go ahead and attach it to the cutting board. I've already placed a sheet of parchment paper over the tissue, and I'm using my heat press to reactivate that Mod Podge. And since this paper is a little bit thicker, I'm going to go over it a little longer, especially around the edges and corners, to make sure everything is fully adhered to the cutting board. Then I'm going to use my finger sander to remove the excess tissue and clean up around the edges. To seal everything in, I'm going to apply 3 very light coats of matte Mod Podge. I also recommend using a clean, soft paintbrush for this. I'm going to let each coat dry completely before adding the next. I'm going to go in one direction only when applying the Mod Podge. As you can see what I'm doing here on screen. You want to make sure that you don't overwork the Mod Podge. I'm also going to lightly sand in between each coat to keep the finish nice and smooth, making sure to wipe away any residue before I add the next layer of Mod Podge. Y'all, the finish on this is so beautiful. I just absolutely love it. This is going to go on my kitchen table, and it's going to get lots of use, so I wanted to make sure everything is completely sealed, and it is so gorgeous. For the legs, I'm just using these small candle holders from Hobby Lobby. I've given them a coat of Rust-Oleum's Linen White, and now I'm just lightly distressing them with a mix of khaki and nutmeg brown from Apple Barrel. I'm just picking up a tiny bit of each color and just tapping off the excess, and I'm just going to softly brush it over each of the candlesticks just to tie everything in with the background. Now this step is absolutely optional. If you don't like distressing, you can just skip it, but I think it adds a nice touch and just ties everything together. I'm going to use Tite Bond's Quick and Thick multi-surface glue to attach the legs, but you can use whatever glue you prefer. and then I'm just going to set some bottles of paint on each of the legs and let it sit there overnight. I think this is so pretty. I just love this. I think this may be my favorite of all of the risers that I'm making today, but tell me what you guys think about it, and what do you think about this tissue paper? I popped into my local Dollar Tree the other day, and I was shocked to see they had some of these gorgeous white wood rounds with the beads. I've seen the brown ones before, I even have some of them, but never the white, so of course I had to pick up a few of these. And I'm going to pair them with these beautiful blue sticker flowers. I found these when I was on vacation in Mississippi last month, and I'm going to use the smaller of the blue flower and just place it down in the bottom left corner. And I'm just going to take one of the even smaller flowers and kind of place it up in the right corner. And I'm just going to place this beautiful golden butterfly right up in the upper left corner. I'm going to keep this very simple and elegant, and I think it's just so gorgeous, these colors together. I wanted to move the smaller flower over just a tiny bit. It was too close to the butterfly, so I just very carefully lifted it up. And then to make sure that everything is going to adhere to the wood round, I'm just giving it a very light coat of Mod Podge, making sure I'm keeping my strokes all in one direction. I didn't want to leave that ring just below the beads brown, so I went directly in with Folk Art's Antique Gold, and over that brown it just looked really muddy. So I came back and painted it with Rust-Oleum's Linen White, then went back over it with the Antique Gold, and oh my gosh, that white just made that gold pop, and it was very close to the gold that's on the top of the riser. I think it just looks great together. For the base of the riser, we're going to use this beautiful candlestick from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to use my favorite Type Bond Quick and Thick to attach it. I just love this riser. It is so high-end and elegant looking, and it really took no time at all to make it. To create this riser, we're going to be using this pallet plank from Walmart, and this has been in my stash for quite a while. When I purchased this, I believe they were less than $3. I'm just going to remove the hanger real quick, and then we'll move on to the next step. I love these planks from Walmart. Not only are they very inexpensive, but they're already painted and lightly distressed and just waiting for you to add your own touch to them. And I'm going to be using a French script stamp from Hobby Lobby. I've just very lightly inked it, and I'm just pressing around just randomly all over the plank, and I want the writing to look very faded and worn to match the rest of the board. Once the ink has had time to dry, I'm going to add a transfer, and this transfer is from Amazon. I'll link it down below for you. I'm just going to very carefully peel that backing off and then just center the transfer up as close to the center of the plank as I can get it. Then I'm just going to use this stick, and this stick came with another set of transfers, but you can use a popsicle stick or something like that, and that'll work just fine. And just very gently rub it over the transfer until that plastic that's on top of it starts to release. And then once the plastic has completely released, I'll just use that same plastic and just burnish or rub it all over the transfer to make sure it's really adhering to the board. I felt that the upper corner needed something, so I decided to add this dragonfly, and once I added it, I was like, I don't know if that was a good idea because it's that silvery gray, and it just kind of blends in with the plank. I thought about using a paint marker and painting it. I don't know, what do you guys think? Would you do that? And then to help balance it out, I decided to go ahead and add one of these little flowers to the other corner of the plank. For the legs, we're going to use these 4 large beads from Amazon, and I'm just using a baby wipe and some antiquing wax to stain them. I'm going to set the beads aside and let them dry, and once they're dry, I'm going to use hot glue to attach them to the bottom of the plank. I love how this turned out. I think it has such a pretty vintage shabby chic look to it, but I would love to know what your thoughts are. Thanks so much for taking time out of your day to watch my video. I truly appreciate it. I'd love to know which riser was your favorite. Let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed my video and you're not subscribed, I hope you'll go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you are subscribed, leave me a comment, like, share, all that good stuff. It truly means the world, and I will see you soon.